Yeah, the rest of us can get away. Hey everybody, welcome to Make It Vegan on Summit Quality Goods. I'm your host, food writer and cook, Marisel Salazar. And today, we are going to take a traditional mac and cheese and pit it against a vegan mac and cheese. Now listen, I've always said, you know what? Nothing can compete with a classic, and that means nothing can come close to a traditional, dairy, cheesy, liquid gold-filled mac and cheese. I mean, but you know what, actually, sometimes some of these cheeses are so processed, I wonder if they're pretty much vegan because they're like literally not even anything close to the real cheese version. Like, how did we turn cheese into a powder? I actually don't know, and I don't care. I do care. I absolutely love it. Like, I'm a Kraft mac and cheese girl. I'm an Annie's aged cheddar cheese type of girl. We got some Stouffer's here. I adore a Stouffer's mac and cheese. But for folks who are curious to dip their toes into the vegan waters of vegan cheeses, this is something that's actually gonna be a little bit more difficult than what we've done before. If you tuned in last week, we did carnitas, and we totally duped one of the producers, Max, who, I mean, he got it right, he didn't get it wrong. He thought that the vegan carnitas made out of jackfruit was the actual real thing. So today, I've actually brought on someone that is much more difficult to fool. His name is Dave. He is going to be our very involuntary taste tester today. And just as a heads up, he hates vegan things, so this is just gonna make it so much more juicy or cheesy. Okay, so as you guys know, I'm not necessarily a vegan, but I love playing around with vegan things. And you know what? Most of the world is like slowly starting to like open their minds, hearts, and stomachs to vegan things. So we're gonna play around with making something that's a little bit difficult, vegan cheese. So let's get to it. Okay, so if we're gonna make a vegan mac and cheese, what do we need? Well, we need the cheese. So we are going to begin with our gorgeous cheese sauce. Check this out. This is obviously not cheese. These are cashews, just in case you didn't know. I've got 1.5 cups of raw cashews. Why are we using cashews to make cheese? Well, it's a pretty popular ingredient to make types of vegan cheeses. Nuts are an incredible ingredient to make cheese out of, because what we're gonna do is, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to start boiling my water. Bing. We're gonna boil some water and add it to this 1.5 cups of raw cashews. You can also use like a coconut oil, you can use soy, you can use, gosh, what else can you use to make cheeses, actually, like a vegan cheese? I wanna see like if anyone in the chat, nicely prop style, oh my gosh, I can't even take credit for that. Our prop stylist on set, Laura, actually, did all of this, so I wanna take credit for it, but I can't. I am curious to know, like, what are some vegan cheeses that you guys have tried, and what did you like about it? And what didn't you like about it? Because cheese is probably the most polarizing topic in the world of vegan dupes and swaps. So I'm kind of curious. I personally there's this brand called Treeline that I absolutely love for like a charcuterie board cheese. There's also Miyoko's Creamery, which we're gonna be using one of Miyoko's vegan ingredients today as a part of our cheese dish. And this is actually right here. This is a vegan cheese, and this looks just like, I don't know, you guys can totally see that. This looks just like cheese. I will say, cheese doesn't look like this. Fun fact, dairy cheeses are not naturally orange like this, you guys. They get their color by adding in another ingredient called annatto or achiote. It's totally natural, but if we didn't add in a little bit of food coloring to dairy cheese anyways, like it would be super duper pale. So if you're thinking like, oh my God, I love a good orange cheddar cheese, you're not actually eating orange cheddar cheese. It's really, really pale. Okay, this seems done to me. PS.com, this recipe is so easy. So even if you're like, you know what, this is dangerous, I should probably just put it down. I don't know why I did that. This recipe is going to live in the description, so you can access this whenever you would like if you're curious about making your own vegan mac and cheese. And I love this recipe because it's so easy. It doesn't use a lot of weird ingredients. Okay, it might use some ingredients that are new and weird to you, but they're accessible. I found all of this at my local grocery store. Like, we're up here in Brooklyn grocery store, totally fine. You don't have to go anywhere fancy or really unique or inaccessible to get all these ingredients. We're gonna let these bad boys soak for about 5 minutes just to soften them up because they're going to go through a blender. But while we do that, let's make a breadcrumb topping for our mac and cheese. So you can see this one already has, this dairy version already has the breadcrumb topping. I'm using panko breadcrumbs rather than just like Italian style or other style of breadcrumbs. Reason being, I lived in Japan, so I'm obsessed with panko style breadcrumbs, but this will also add like another texture and dimension to our mac and cheese, so it's not so like singular. We've got 1/4 cup melted vegan butter. This one is out of a coconut base. It's a coconut oil base by Miyoko's Creamery. I absolutely love it. So we're gonna get actually all of this goodness in here. Because no matter what, vegan or dairy, at least to me, everything is better with butter. Okay, so we're gonna put that there. 1/4 cup melted butter. And then what I have here to add a little bit of flavor and seasoning, we have 1/4 teaspoon. Shoot, line, Kevin, how much paprika did I actually use in my own recipe? I think I did like 1/2 teaspoon?
1/4.
Okay, 1/4 teaspoon smoked paprika. This is just gonna add some color, a lot of really, really nice smoky flavor. Again, you know, all of these exact accurate ingredients can be found in the show notes, which will be really great. Gosh, you know, I probably used like a little bit too small of a bowl, but that's okay. You know what, because we're all friends here, I'm actually just gonna do something. I was like already making some breadcrumbs, so we're just gonna do it this way because I don't wanna make a total mess in my kitchen because I'm the one that's gonna have to clean it up later, so I'm just like saving myself a couple steps. Okay, we have some questions in our chat that I would like to get to. In fact, okay, so let me check out this chat while I'm making these panko breadcrumbs. Oh my gosh, you know what? It's great that I can see the chat and also see myself because I just fixed my hair. Okay. Okay, what makes cheese? What defines a cheese? That is a really good question. Okay, in my opinion, and I'm not like a cheesemonger or like the absolute authority on cheese, but I am a food writer and I've eaten so many different types of cheeses in my coverage reporting and a whole bunch of vegan cheeses. I would say traditionally, the old school of thought is that a cheese is defined as using dairy products, using milk, combining it with natural bacteria, using techniques or processes, the French are obviously great at this, to curdle cheese and to make it into, you know, this form of like what we think about a cheese. However, I'm going to ask someone who maybe isn't so open-minded as me, so we're gonna ask Dave. Dave, what defines a cheese in your opinion?
I like the hard cheeses, kind of the crystallized. I like the crunch sometimes in some of the aged cheeses.
You know what that crunch comes from?
What?
It's tyrosine. So like in Parmigiano Reggiano, which is like, you know, the famous Italian cheese, that's one of my favorite cheeses. Parmigiano Reggiano, if you want to send me some cheese, some DOC cheeses, please do so. That tyrosine is what creates those crystallized crunch and that adds that like savoriness, perhaps. What do you not like about like a vegan cheese? Have you ever had one?
I haven't had any vegan cheese that I know of.
Are you serious?
Serious.
Oh, well, you're about to today, my friend. You are about to have some vegan cheese and we'll see if I can change your mind or not. Okay, so we've got our panko breadcrumbs ready. I'll just put this bad boy here. We were also joking last time when we did this video that if you want to turn Make It Vegan into a drinking game, you need to take a shot every time I say hot second, because apparently I say hot sec every 5 minutes. So in this episode of Make It Vegan, if I say hot sec, take a shot. Also, if I say bad boy, take 2 shots, because I already can tell I've used it twice. So we're going to drain our cashews. I feel like it's been 5 minutes already. Okay. Oh boy. And if anyone has any clever ideas about how to, you see how like ratchetly I'm draining these cashews? I totally forgot to get like a strainer. Let me know if there's like some cool culinary way to strain cashews much more elegantly than I'm doing now. Okay. Okay, that I feel like we're all good in the hood there. Okay, great. So we have our panko breadcrumbs ready to rock and roll. We have our cashews. Let's finish up with this cheese sauce. Because honestly, this mac and cheese is making me so hungry that I might just cave and, you know, forget about the vegan one. Okay, there we go. All right, let's check out some of these questions. BCrew70, someone said, I appreciate the honesty. You're welcome. Thank you. Armitage Pat, I think that's what it says. Is there a vegan cheddar? Well, it's kind of like what we're doing right now. We are making a vegan cheddar out of cashews right now. I would have to say cheddar, I mean, outside of Parmigiano Reggiano, is one of my favorite cheeses. I love a good Havarti. I have not yet found a vegan Havarti, so if anyone can come up with that, I'd greatly appreciate that. Okay. So let's see, someone said, use your hands. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, that water was still super hot. If I used my hands, I would like, I don't know, have a 2nd degree burn, but I like the rusticness. Vegan Havarti is a bad boy. Okay, that was a setup. Whoever did that set me up, so all y'all that are watching, you take 2 shots. Okay, so we have a 1.5 cups of softened cashews. Even cheese needs a little bit of acid. Acid adds a little bit of like brightness. It's refreshing just so that it's not overly creamy. And this will add like that, when I was talking about tyrosine to Dave, this is gonna add like a little bit more of that tyrosine effect to our cheese. So I've got my really cool, oh my gosh, please don't squirt in my eyes. Please don't squirt in my eyes. Ugh, there we go. I should really get like an apple box because I'm like a short person, kind of a short person, I'm 5'5", but yeah, sometimes I use a stool when I cook in the kitchen because I'm little. Okay, that looks like a tablespoon. So we'll just add one more. You want about 3 tablespoons lemon juice. I'm using fresh because, you know, fresh lemons are the bomb, but if you have like, you know, jarred lemon juice or lemon juice concentrate, I'm sure you could use that, but you know, just spring for the fresh. Do babies like vegan cheese? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Are you allowed to give babies like vegan versions of things when they're young? I truly don't know that. And it actually leads me to an interesting question that one of my friends asked me recently. Is vegan healthier? I don't know. Dave, do you think vegan could potentially be healthier? Or like, do you think dairy's bad for you?
Might be, but I don't have any knowledge of it. I know that I'm diabetic, and I have noticed when I eat a lot of dairy, my blood sugars go up and they stay up longer.
Really?
So it requires me to use more insulin to bring it down.
Okay, that is actually really interesting. Anyone who is watching that is a nurse, an RD, a nutritionist, a doctor, if you want to pipe in with your medical opinions, clearly I'm not a doctor. I would love to know, in your medical opinion, if you think vegan things are healthier or if they're not. Like, I know if just by like looking at a nutrition label that, you know, there's still a lot of calories and still a lot of fat in vegan things, but like, is it a good kind of fat? I don't know. Oh my gosh, what is this that I'm even pouring in there? Do you guys know what this is? How many shots for the bomb? That'll be 3 shots, Jennifer. This is nutritional yeast. What the heck is nutritional yeast? This is not like what you use to bake bread or anything like that. Nutritional yeast adds that savoriness, adds that umami that we like really, really love from cheeses. So we've got 1/2 cup nutritional yeast. So we just pour it in here. Okay. 1/2 cup nutritional yeast. Okay, we have half a teaspoon of salt, because, you know, if you want a salty cheese, you gotta have some salt. Half a teaspoon garlic powder. You can add more or less to your preference. This is a really flexible, forgiving cheese sauce for our mac and cheese. Now, this is turmeric. We have a 1/4 teaspoon turmeric, and this is what's going to give us that orange color that we so want from a cheese. So we've got turmeric in there, fantastic. And last but not least, no, actually this is last and least. As like a bonus, I have taken some shredded vegan cheddar cheese. This is from a brand called Daya. I don't know if you're familiar with it. The base of this cheese is actually, it's like partially chickpeas. So if you're thinking, okay, what else can be turned into a cheese? This is chickpeas, people. So we're gonna just add this chickpea cheese in there too. So we need 2 cups fresh water, and got my water. Laura, who propped this set, did such an incredible job. Like, I barely have to think about anything. Well, no, I do have to think about stuff. Okay, so we've got some water there, and I've also got some measurements here too. That looks about 2. Okay, now we blitz it. Okay, from a doctor in the room with us depends. Oh, okay, depends on what? That's what I want to know. While this is going to get really loud, what does depends mean in your professional opinion? Oh wait, oh my gosh, did I not hook this up? Ta-da. Let me see, 1 sec. Maybe I just got to press this button here. Oh, kidding. Wow, that blender was super powerful. Sorry for the noise. I don't know. It's a blender. There's nothing I can do about that. Check it out. This has got some cheese sauce. You know what I'm gonna do? I wonder if this is kosher or not. Sorry, people. I'm not even kidding when I say this tastes, I mean, obviously, like, I know that it tastes like cheese because I made this recipe. It tastes just like cheese, but I'm not the taste tester. If we get past Dave, then I will literally, like, I'd be happy. I'd be so happy if I can get this past Dave. But okay, let's finish this off because we're almost there. Okay, you know what? Let me just wipe this spatch for a hot sec. All right, shots, everyone, my bad. I said hot sec. You know, and if you're doing something like, you know, a dry December or dry January, if you're, you know, if you don't drink, you could, you know, do a shot of alcohol-free something or espresso or anything. My bad. Ginger shot. Ginger shot, exactly. Oh my gosh. Wait, where is Laura? You know what? I thought Laura had a question for me. Did she leave us? Oh, did I already answer the question? Oh. I really hope our doctor friends chime in. The more fiber, the better. Oh, Jennifer asked, have you tried this recipe with some powdered mustard? No, I haven't, Jennifer. That sounds really good though. It would add some yellow color. It would add that like savoriness. Do you have a recipe? I would love to check out your recipe too. Okay. Shots of seltzer. Yes, I like that. Stay hydrated, y'all. Shots of seltzer. Okay, we have here, I'm just gonna remove this. We have some boiled pasta. The reason that I've already boiled the pasta is because it'd be so boring to watch me boil water and then boil pasta. So I've really done a kindness for you and saved you that step. You're welcome. Big bowl. Okay, so I'm about to use like 12 ounces of pasta here. You can do more or less to your liking, but basically want to use enough pasta to Use enough pasta so that the cheese can coat it, but also so when we plate and present this, that it looks epic, because part of eating is epicness, and especially when it comes to vegan things, I think sometimes, you know, like presentation really goes a long way. Okay, I'll save that pasta for later. I don't know how many of you as a kid ate butter pasta. Was I the only one that did that? Just like mixed pasta together? You ate butter pasta. Did you eat butter pasta?
Yes.
Okay.
I ate butter pasta.
You ate butter pasta. I don't know what, like it's so simple and why we like it so much, but we really need to bring butter pasta back for adults. Like we can make it a little bit gourmet, but anyways. Oh, guys, look at that. Baby. Okay, everyone but Dave, does this look like cheese to you? Looks like cheese?
Looks good.
Kevin, does this look like cheese?
Oh, yeah.
Brandon?
Yep.
Okay, Laura says it looks like cheese, so I got her seal of approval, which is the only person I care about outside Dave. Okay, so we are going to toss this so that the pasta is evenly coated. Wow, this is gorgeous. You can see like it's got that yellow. Maybe in the future, I'll add a little bit more turmeric just to give it that even like more orange pop. I'd love Jennifer, who's in the chat right now, what she said about mustard powder. We gotta talk, Jennifer. We really gotta talk. You know, and there's some things that I've done that's a total cheat, like I've straight up added orange food coloring to things if I want to make it like even more potent. I guess it's not cheating. Food brains do it all the time. Okay. I used to eat pasta with milk like cereal. Oh my God, who is that, Max? Okay, you know what? Maybe in like a bonus episode, we're gonna try, I would really like to try eating pasta with milk like cereal, because that is the most bizarre thing, but who knows, maybe it actually works. That's wild. Oh my gosh. Is vegan gassy? That is a great question. If I can be transparent with you, you know, with however many people who are watching, yeah, there are some things that are like vegan that I'm like, ugh, I feel like super bloated, and it makes me not want to eat them. I don't know. That's a good question. Again, all the RDs and the doctors out there, if you can find us a medical reason if vegan food makes you gassy, that'd be really helpful. Looks like Velveeta. Does that count as cheese? If it looks like Velveeta, if it smells like Velveeta, and if it tastes like Velveeta, but we're gonna find out. Okay, so I've like been having too much fun stirring this like all seductively, so let's put it in the pan. Okay, pan, we got this. By the way, I mean, I generally love a lot of vegan versions of things. I've made this vegan mac and cheese many times. I'm obsessed with it, but it's not like I would eat this exclusively. Oh my gosh, this is really heavy. Hold on, guys. Ugh. We're doing it this way. Woo. Let's put that in there.
Sounds good.
Do you hear that? That squinchy sound?
Yep. It's like ASMR.
ASMR. Well, I guess you don't whisper ASMR in ASMR. That's being like, you know, shouting parkour when you're doing parkour. Okay, it's looking pretty good. So we want to put this into our prepared pan. Okay, we're almost done. I'm just putting this to the side because we don't need it anymore. And then we have our panko breadcrumbs. I could have sworn I had a spatch, but you know what? Oh, I did. Okay, and last but not least, just so I can totally dupe Dave, yeah, we're adding the same panko breadcrumbs. This one's vegan, obviously, on top of our vegan version of mac and cheese. Okay. And like the last one, I was like extremely, can I say anal? I was extremely fastidious about how I put the like breadcrumbs on top, but just for time's sake, because I'm also super hungry, full disclosure, I'm just gonna like dump it on a little bit and be like a little less prissy about this. There we go. I'd also love to hear, like, folks, if you've ever tried a vegan mac and cheese and you have a really good recipe, Like, what did you like about it? Was it a certain ingredient? Was it, the fact that it was baked? Was it like some type of process or texture that was used? I'd really love to hear if you've ever had a great vegan mac and cheese, like, what did you like about it? It's not that I'm trying to win hearts and minds and be like, be a vegan, but it's just like, I just like trying new things and like trying new food. And again, y'all, I'm not exclusively vegan. I just like the challenge, and I think it's fun to try new things. That looks good. So last but not least, we're gonna pop this into the oven, broil it for like 2 minutes, and then we're done, and then I'm bringing Dave up on stage. Okay, we've got our oven set to broil. Okay. And just because I have a tendency to lose time, I'm literally gonna just set a quick timer on my iPhone just so I can not burn all of this work that we've done. Okay, 2 minutes, and then we're gonna be ready to rock and roll, or at least Dave's gonna be ready to rock and roll. While we're doing that, let's have a little chat, everybody. Okay, it ain't easy being vegan, cheesy. Evie Love, are you a rapper? I didn't think we'd have like some rap going on here. From the doctor, fiber. Okay, I've had vegan, I've had it and I didn't like the texture. Yeah, texture's a huge issue. But I think our vegan cheese texture is like really gonna work out for us. Have you ever frozen this? That is a great question, Jennifer. I've never frozen this because I always end up eating it, most of it right away. It does store really well as leftovers. Put it in an airtight container after it's cooled completely on the counter, and it'll keep for about 2 to 3 days. But you know what? Maybe we can try freezing it this time. That would be great. I just live in a very small New York City apartment, so I don't have a lot of freezer space. So when I can, I don't like to freeze things, just out of sheer like physical limitations. I can't wait for Dave the taste test. I can't wait for Dave to try it either. I'm so excited. Like the polar opposite of, oh, did I? Okay, there's 40 seconds. I thought I accidentally turned off the timer, so I was getting really worried. I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have to do this again in another hot sec. Shots, everybody. Are we allowed to drink on set, Brandon?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? You gotta stay tuned in for our other show, which is actually all about alcohol. Or I shouldn't say just all about alcohol. It's about some really fun, incredible drinks. So we're gonna mesh those two worlds together. Can you ask Dave to take some home with him? Dave, would you mind taking home some of this mac and cheese?
For the babies.
For the babies, okay. Because you know what? Someone did ask, can babies eat vegan? So I guess we're gonna find out. Who makes your sweater? Oh my gosh, oops. Guys, Brooks' brother. Isn't that so type A of me? I mean, I love this Brooks Brothers sweater. It's like, so cool for the holidays. We kept shouting out Shein last time. What is it? Hashtag Shein team, Shein army. Oh yeah, oops. You know what, 2 minutes might have been a little bit too long on this one. Uh-oh. Yeah, a little bit too long. We might have to actually do the topping again. But that's okay, because we do have enough breadcrumbs to do this again. Oh yeah, you know what? Don't worry, I got this. Mistakes happen in the kitchen all the time. There is a fix, because I want this to be a perfect dupe for Dave. Dupes for Dave. Dupes for Dave. So what we're gonna do is something like this. Oh, thank God I have enough panko breadcrumbs. Ta-da! There we go. So guys, this is live, and literally there have been no fake outs. This is all 100% real. Real vegan cheese, real cheese. And you know what? Whatever. Like Julia Child, sometimes things happen in the kitchen and not everything goes perfectly, but we just gotta keep on keeping on. And so I think for this one, 1 minute will suffice. Don't worry, to my producers who are watching, I'm gonna clean this up and make it look pretty, so you don't have to worry about that. There we go. Also, I think it's because this oven works so efficiently. I'm not used to a very efficient working oven. So at least with mine, I always have to like overestimate the cooking time just because it's not as great as this one. Ooh la la. Okay. Hey, Brandon, can I get you to open the oven, please? Thank you. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's do 1 minute. Can I ask you to keep an eye on that while I clean this up really quickly? Yes, that timer for 1 minute, because then if this one gets burnt, we are totally SOL because I have no more panko breadcrumbs left and I'm so hungry right now. But I think this one's gonna turn out fine. And just because I am, you know, a little bit like meticulous type A when it comes to cleaning, I just wanna clean up this cutting board a little bit. Still appreciating the honesty. Thank you. Is the pasta vegan? Yes, Max, the pasta is vegan. This one contains no egg in it. Otherwise, I guess that might defeat the purpose. I don't know, how do like full-on vegans feel about like a little bit of like an animal thing in their food? Like if there's just a little bit of egg, like is that okay for you? Or is this like would that be totally sacrilegious? I don't know, I wanna know. Jennifer Beal, this is making me hungry. Jennifer girl, this is making me really hungry too, and I'm like standing right in front of it, so like, whoa. And it really does smell good, but timer, oh, okay. Coming. Oh, that might have been it. Oh, we did it again. I don't know what's going on here. It's okay. You know what? I still have a solution to this. Hold on. Where did I just put that spatula? There's still a solution. I'm just gonna take the charred bits off the top and then just save the other ones. Okay. All right, people who are watching, we're definitely gonna work on that one. My bad. But we have a fix. How does that look? Kevin, does that look okay to you? Okay, you know what? Can we, Brandon, before we bring Dave up here, can we make him do this like blindfolded or shut his eyes? Okay. Are you sure that was a minute? That felt like 2.
No, that was a minute.
What? Okay, so I guess it takes like 30 seconds or something. Okay, Dave is getting prepared, shutting his eyes, everything like that. I'm just cleaning this up. Okay. Almost ready. Dave, in like 0.5 seconds, and I didn't say a hot sec, people, I said 0.5 seconds, I switched it up. We are gonna have you taste test this. There we go. I'm one of those like neat freaks in the kitchen, like I'm constantly cleaning as I'm going, so sorry. Okay, I think we're ready. Oh my God, this is the best. Okay, that's perfect. That's the table, Dave. And I will put the, oh, well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put the fork in your hand, but give me,
Oops, sorry.
is that another timer? You hit repeat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dave. He is our taste tester today. He does not like vegan things. Dave, do you know which one is which? Can you see anything?
I can't even see them. So.
Okay,
That's why I
fantastic.
opened my mouth.
He's like, feed me, Marisel. So I'm gonna guide your hand. This is pasta number 1. Oh, let's keep going. Okay, great. We got a lot of crumbs in Dave's beard. I don't know how he handles breadcrumbs, but it's like the flavor saver right there. We got a little snack for later.
That's not bad.
That's not bad? Okay. So I'm gonna actually put this, the next one in your hand, and I've got like a really nice chunk of it for you. crumbles are all up in his beard. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna let you be blindfold for it, just in case. Do you want like another bite? Like, do you want a second bite of each?
No, I think I could tell the difference.
Okay, what do you think your first bite was?
The real stuff.
Are you sure?
No.
I need you to be sure. Why do you think the number one was the real one?
Because the second one tasted really off.
It tasted off?
Yeah.
What do you mean off? Okay, you can take your blindfold off now. You just...
I just tasted a lot of other flavors that I wouldn't necessarily associate with mac and cheese.
What other flavors?
It was a little tartar. It had a bite to it.
Okay, that's probably from the nutritional yeast and the lemon. Okay, but here's the question. Was it bad?
No, it wasn't bad.
Would you eat it independently? Like, if given the option, if you're like, hey, Laura's like, hey, babe, or hey, Dave, sorry, I don't know if she calls you babe. Like, we're gonna have mac and cheese tonight and making it vegan, would you be okay with that?
Probably, yeah.
Probably. Wait, you can take your blindfold off now.
I don't want to sit here now because
Oh, so you're just avoiding Laura's gaze? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Dave was 100% right. He got the real mac and cheese down, and he correctly guessed. I was actually a little bit worried about the temperature, like, oh, he's gonna know because like it's gonna be super hot, and that's something that we're gonna work on when we're lying to people is temperature. We're not lying, lying's a bad, that's not what I mean, like duping people. We're gonna work on the temperature. So it's not bad.
no, it's not bad.
Okay, but would you ever choose a vegan mac and cheese over what you just tasted the first one?
I think if there was a little bit of modification, because it was a really
Tart?
tart,
Too much lemon?
possibly.
Yeah, can we get Brandon Cruz on set, please? Brandon Cruz on set, please. B Cruz 70 on set.
Should I put on the
Also, many claps to Dave.
I'll put on the blindfold.
Okay.
Or not.
You can put on the
Or just
blindfold.
try it. Or I just wanted to do that.
You could, you know, if you want to put on the blindfold, Brandon, you could put on the blindfold. Do you want me to blindfold you?
Yeah.
Could we get, Miss Laura, could we get 2 more forks, please? Or I don't know if you guys are comfortable using the same fork.
Because I wanted to do the taste test. I don't want to.
Oh, did you just want to try?
That's why you brought me out here. Isn't that why you brought me out?
No, you volunteered.
Oh.
You came on set and you volunteered.
Sorry.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
hungry too.
Okay, so I do want B. Cruz's expert opinion. Okay, I'm gonna put it, unlike Dave, I'm sorry Dave that I didn't put it on the fork for you the first time. I thought it'd be really cool to not do that. I don't know why I thought it'd be cool. Okay. Oh, sorry. Now I'm just holding your hand. Okay.
Wait,
This.
am I?
That's the fork.
Fork?
You might want to lean over a little bit. It's pretty crummy. Crumby, not crummy, crumby.
Okay.
Okay? Wait, this here. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for whoever's gonna have to sweep after this, most likely me, because there's crumbs everywhere. Okay, and then number 2. We should really have a
It's
palate.
really good, whatever that one was that I had.
We should have a palate cleanser in between these things.
Like a shot of tequila.
No, I meant just like for professional tasting purposes. It's like a lemon. Like a little cup of coffee just to smell it. I think that's what you do after perfume though.
I can't tell which one's which.
Are you lying?
Nope.
Dave knew right away. Okay, what do you think your first bite was?
Dave's more of a picky guy.
You know Dave can hear you.
He says he's allergic to mushrooms, but he just doesn't like them.
Oh, okay. I've known people who've done that too.
I'm gonna guess that the second one I had is the vegan one.
Okay, why do you say that?
It did have more flavor.
Oh, so when you say more flavor, like more flavor positive or like more flavor?
Positive.
Okay.
Yeah, was I right? I hope I'm right.
What about the first one? Why do you think the first one is not vegan?
The first one was,
Did I say you could take your blindfold
oh no.
off? I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. You can take your blindfold off. I give the orders around here.
That's a different show. That's Summit Quality Goods After Hours.
There's a paywall for that one.
The second one that I had, I liked better.
Which was the vegan
And
one.
I don't know if that was the,
That was the
scared
vegan
to
one.
say that, but I think that had more flavor. It had more, I didn't taste a tartness, but it just was more exciting in my mouth.
Did you hear that, guys? Exciting in your mouth.
Yeah. This
Is
was
the
a little
review.
just like, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I'm just so thrilled.
Yeah, that was better. I would personally, and I'm not a vegan fan, I would go for that over this, especially if it was healthier.
Wow. Okay, so URDs. Oh my gosh, my poor little kind of crispy breadcrumbs. Thank you so much, Brandon, for being our taste tester.
Thank you.
I'm kind of thrilled that I've pitted you against Dave because this is great. Dave likes the dairy one and then you like the vegan one. So folks, if you are interested in trying out a vegan mac and cheese, we've got a recipe here for you, okay?
Can I go now?
Oh, you can go now. Oh my gosh, he was so good. He was waiting for my cue. Oh my gosh. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Make It Vegan. I'm your host, Marisel Salazar, food writer and cook. Tune in to Make It Vegan on Summit Quality Goods and make sure to check out the description for the full recipe so you can try your own vegan mac and cheese and see which one you like better. And please do let us know what else we should make vegan for next week. Chat soon. And you're interacting in the dialogue. Honestly, I think that's the secret sauce to this show is you and you and you and all this off camera oh my gosh, thank you. I'm okay. Please try. Did you hear my stomach grumble?